So the Malditas are back in the news again, particularly the coaching staff. Very, very recently, more allegations coming out. If we rewind first, let's go back to, because this is our first episode talking about the Malditas since midway through the SEA Games, where we didn't know yet that the Philippines were about to lose 7-0.
Yeah.
So you look at the two games, 9-0, with a squad where beforehand, the coaching staff is saying this is the best squad we've ever had.
And who also impressed in the EF's qualifiers a few months ago.
And then 9-0 over the two games, and obviously it's not a great look for the Philippine national team, the women's team. What's a worse look is these allegations of fraud, and that's what we're looking into. That's what we're talking about in this episode, but that's what's come out in the press right now. Several articles coming out about the Erninieras and everyone involved with booking the tickets using allegedly stolen credit cards.
Allegedly, yeah.
And so what exactly, I mean, can you help us make sense of this? Firstly, obviously in a legal perspective, but also from a fan's perspective, what's happening here?
And for a fan's perspective, if your team is being racked with these kinds of problems, these are just distractions from the development of your team. So if you're going to have these kinds of allegations during like a tournament, you know, it would be detrimental for the players and most especially those who look at the team.
To be more specific, this is about Monica Lee, who went over Twitter to say that the airline stopped her from flying because they said that a stolen credit card was used on the flight. This is what she said over Twitter, and then eventually her mum, obviously she's the one tweeting about like, this is terrible, this is what's happening to her, never again will she play for the Philippine team because of it. So that's a specific part, but we also know there's talks about that going on beforehand as well. This isn't an isolated incident apparently. So this is what we're looking at there. From a legal perspective as well, what exactly could be going on there?
Well, whoever is liable for booking those tickets could be liable for estafa, because if it's a stolen credit card, he used it in a different name or something, it's going to be really bad. It's going to be estafa.
And with the players, of course, some of them are already really pissed off about this, and the ones it's directly affecting, but for the rest of the team, it's not good for the dressing room, the chemistry, for anything within the team itself.
It's really not good. And you see these players, especially the Philippine players, they sacrifice a lot of things. They sacrifice school, work, time with the family just to play for the national colors, and this will be their reward for playing for the national team. It reduces their hopes of playing for the national team again, because the pride for the country is there, but the heart isn't there because how they are treated here. The fact, come on, a stolen credit card for your flight back, and that'll hamper your flight, and to your family who's also eagerly waiting for you.
Plus other players who would want to play for the team would be rebuffed if they have these kinds of problems, which not supposed to be problems, you know, that the coaches or the persons handling the tickets. You know, it's simple. It could be avoided, you know, by simple organization. But I don't know.
All in
it's
all,
really bizarre.
this put not just Philippine football, but also the Philippines in a bad light, because these are national athletes, and the way they are treated, it puts a question mark for the women's team, and to think that they are lucky enough to be part of the SEA Games, then these allegations rise up. At the end of the day, they might, if there's another biennial tournament or whatever, they might be blacklisted by the Olympic Committee because of this allegations that came up. It's just worrying as a fan of national teams, but it might cause severe repercussions in the future.
Yeah, to be clear again, Monica Lee's case is the only one that's publicly been complained about so far. There is the potential for others to come out, because we do know that some of the players from the AFC tournament didn't make the trip with the SEA Games. And there are rumours and talks about why that was the case. But what does this say for the face of women's football?
Well, I hope it doesn't ruin it for them.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, after a nice finish from the
AFC.
tournament, I think this is just one of those things that you have to get over, and one of those things that you have to investigate really. Because if someone is doing something in that team, you have to take it out so that it would be better.
I credit also the national teams committee because they already have taken action. I think
Yeah.
they'll start an investigation soon, and let's see what happens there, and hope justice will be served to whoever commits wrongdoing.
Yeah, certainly. If it is definitely found that there was a stolen card used and all of this, then I don't think anyone would agree in those circumstances that should be done at all. Looking at it from a footballing perspective alone, though, leaving aside that, when you've got a coach who loses 2 games like that after saying it's the best team, on a footballing perspective, there's a lot of people questioning their positions as well.
But sometimes it
happens.
happens. Sometimes you get tagged as favorites, but the pressure comes out.
to you.
You crack under pressure. And
The 7-0 pressure? That's kind. I think you've been kind about that, but okay, all right. Yeah, moving on then.
let's move on.
Yeah. So it's not looking good for the face of women's football, but naturally,
But
all of us
I
hope
hope
it'll
there's
improve.
other avenues of women's football will be there to support the sport still.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're just talking about the women's national team and the talks about that. Pinay football have always been doing great work
Very
behind
good
the
for them.
scenes and
Congratulations.
growing that. So we really hope that that can continue the good work that's been doing at grassroots football.
Yeah.
And just personally, I know quite a few young girls coming through now who are looking
girls.
fantastic. Yeah, really good. I mean, there's a few of the academies are really bringing through some quality teams with women's football, and so we want that progress to carry on. We want that to continue, and this is one blot on that, which we want to get to the bottom of naturally to be able to solve properly. So, as the investigation continues, as the official reports come out, we'll let you know what they are. Follow us at FTW Sport.